Yow! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Rewind, powered by Weed Maps. And we're getting ready to change some gears here. We were watching TF2 all day, and now it's time for Shadowrun. I'm joined by two professional Shadowrun players. I got Chessie and Corey, also known as Sokoto in Vertigo.
Yep.
How you guys doing? How's the tournament been going?
Doing great. It's awesome.
Doing great, yeah. No complaints. Biggest tournament in 10 years. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, everybody else here at this LAN has been like really interested about this game and like really amazed at the passion and the energy and the fire that you guys have displayed. It's really cool to see a game that is as old as TF2, but you guys have been isolated and left alone. You know, the developer leaving not long after the game was released, but thankfully also leaving the game in a very well-balanced state.
Yeah, it's definitely a smaller game, but we have people flying out all the way from the East Coast, Canada, and smaller community, but we're trying to bring it back, and this is an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, we've always been a really tight-knit community. No different today. You know, people coming from all over the country, celebrating the first Shadowrun LAN since 2008 or something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we actually are probably going to be heading into the game fairly shortly here. So while we still have some time, let's actually start talking about what this game is. It's a 4v4 game, and it features several different classes, a few other ways that they can customize their classes in the sense of the races that the players are selecting. And then as we get into this game, which we are about to, the players can buy weapons and can buy abilities similar to Counter-Strike. Sokoto, do you want to go over what we were going to expect out of like the usual meta here as these players get ready? Looks like we are just about to get going with our first round.
Yeah, so the typical meta just consists of two humans. Their job is to teleport around. One human will get a rifle. He usually just looks across the map and rifles the other human. And then there's also an elf. His job is just to stay alive and resurrect. It's an ability that allows people to come back to life. And then we have the troll, whose job is just throwing down a tree of life, which is for healing.
So we got Hybrid versus Acid Reflux here, and Hybrid has been crushing it, correct, through the course of this tournament?
Yes, yeah.
They're the quote-unquote God Squad.
And we're already seeing some action here that we're going to try to break down to you guys since this is a very new game for a lot of people here watching. Right now we see in front of the player the Tree of Life, which is an AoE healing. And am I correct in saying a lot of the gameplay is going to revolve around their interactions with this?
Yes, yeah. So the way it works is Elf actually has the ability to self-heal after they take damage, but all the humans and trolls actually need a Tree of Life to heal. So you'll constantly see them after they engage in any type of fights, they'll run back to the tree. So it's very easy to push up on a tree and grenade trees. It's kind of centered around this, especially early on.
Yeah, and it's also very similar to Counter-Strike. We are going to be seeing the development of buying weapons and kind of moving up the tech tree as these games go on. Right now on the top left and the top right, you'll see the items that the players have chosen to utilize, and right now we're fairly basic.
Yeah, first round always looks like this. It's just a fight to get the most money, get the most kills. Second round, you just got to get your buys faster than the other team, you know.
And we are going to, both of the styles of play that we're going to see here are round-based. We're still in the first round right now. And there are two styles of gameplay, which are fairly similar, but as we go on, we'll start to break that down. Looks like we got our first round down, and that is going to Hybrid. Vertigo, you want to give me some analysis of how that first round is going to shape into the second round here?
Well, first round, basically, you just want to get enough money to give your second round team all the buys you need. So basically, every first round, you're going to have the troll with tree, the elf with res, and the two humans with teleport. But then second round, the elf has to have teleport, and the humans have to have res. But if you lose first round, or you get blown out, and you don't make enough money, it puts you at an immediate disadvantage because your team will not be able to afford those things. Therefore, allowing pushes by the other team way easier.
Yeah, and actually you can, the way he dropped the tree was actually kind of dangerous. When you place it against a wall, it's very easy to get grenaded. So there's actually a lot of mini games behind where you place your tree and how the round actually ends up, especially early on.
Yeah, since the tree is the only thing that anybody can heal on, it's a big grenade target, especially early on in the rounds when generally there's only one tree per team.
Yeah, and you mentioned resurrection as well, which is another very crucial aspect of this game. And that's what you see in the top right of our player that we're watching right now. And you'll also see in the bottom left, those circles that are refilling are their mana. Essentially the mana, just to use common gaming terms. We also see the player right now holding on to the relic, which also in common gaming terms you just call a flag.
Yep, and it actually allows them to get vision. So once they hold the artifact, they kind of get control of the map and start calling out where everyone's at, which again is very important early on when there's only a few abilities. And what he's doing right now is you see him smacking it down. He's able to clear the body, which means that after he smacks it a few times, they can no longer resurrect. So it's very important.
Yeah, and the flag is going to be a crucial part of this. This is attrition, right? We're starting with an attrition, and then going to extraction, back to attrition, extraction, attrition for this best of 5. So holding the flag also at the end of the round, if things have not been resolved, will give you the round victory.
Only on attrition.
Right, yeah.
And only in attrition is when you can hold the artifact and see the enemy team. Every other game type is a flag scoring type of game.
Mm-hmm. And there were some interesting things that you guys were telling me about as you're helping me learn this game. So we are doing, first to 6, best of 11 here. And actually, as a team gets an advantage, the other team ends up getting bonuses to help them come back.
Yeah, if a team is ever down by more than 3 rounds, a karma system comes into effect where things like resurrect, when you resurrect somebody, it takes up pips of your essence. It takes up one of the little circles, it turns it white, and when you have karma on, it allows for less pips to be taken up, basically. And that goes for all magic that takes up anything like that. It also allows your team to be resurrected more. Usually you only have 1 chance to resurrect a body, but depending on how many rounds you are down by, you could have 2 or 3.
Yeah. And we're watching through Bum's perspective here, as he's trying to just control this hallway. I was picking
Actually,
up
we're watching Hershey's POV.
Oh,
yep.
Okay, this is Hershey. Okay,
Hershey
great.
Squirt.
Hershey Squirt.
He's actually been playing the game for a super long time, and he's been in a lot of MLG and Game Battles tournaments back in the day.
Oh, nice.
He was in one of the first MLG tournaments back in 2007.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I was told that he's also notorious for his shotgun use.
Yes. Yeah. He's actually.
He is the shotgun.
Yeah. Is it just he uses it so well? Is nobody else wants to take the risk, or what's the story?
There's been a couple people over the years, that have taken the risk, but nobody has positioning and the consistent aim like Hershey does, it seems.
Oh wow, Majin has Smart Link. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That's really weird. Yeah, so Smart Link is you probably bought it on accident. It allows you to lock in and aim easier, but it's not a common buy at all on a troll.
Yeah, so when you buy tech, the opposite of magic, of course, like Smart Link or anti-magic generators or something like that, it can take up pips of your essence, much like a resurrect can. And so for a troll to be running Smart Link, just unnecessarily takes up pips of your essence.
Yeah.
It's a surprise.
So yeah, very interesting stuff of the different abilities that people could buy. And we're seeing a lot of this teleporting too, and this teleporting is, a huge part of the movement of this game. It's pretty interesting stuff.
Probably separates this game from most, in my opinion.
So Acid Reflux did just pick up a round there. I believe we are at 2-1. And I was told as well, something that's interesting about this game is you can buy stuff for other people. So Mike, I'm not sure his player name, was telling me that round 3 is really crucial for the trolls.
Yeah, round 3 is generally the round. So the troll will have tree first round, and then second round he will give out money to make sure that the rest of his team has their buys, that is teleport and resurrect. And then third round, all the rest of his team will give him all their money, therefore giving the troll everything he needs the whole game.
So we saw a res there from Teapot. He's trying to run away now, but it's going to get taken out by Hershey.
A very rough round because Reflex got split off and they just got rushed down. So it's very important in Shadowrun. You usually use a rifle and cover several angles, but if one person gets caught off, it's very difficult to. You just get rushed and overwhelmed.
Especially against a team like Hybrid.
Yeah, very good aim. So
very good at exploiting the other team's weaknesses, being patient, waiting for a mistake.
So Hybrid up 3-1 now.
it's also important to know that every time you lose a round, you're going to have less money than the other team. So there is, similar to like League of Legends or something like that, as you get kills, you actually are behind. So the other team will have more items and do have an advantage. It's not even footing each round.
It can really matter, especially when you're trying to get all of your buys for the game, but the other team keeps winning and they all have rifles, and you have to sometimes make a choice between buying a rifle or buying that magic.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask. When, in Counter-Strike, they refer to it as the econ rounds, you guys have a smaller round count, so when people want to econ, do they just skimp on weapons or skimp on abilities? Very
I guess
situational.
yeah, it's very situational.
Usually you can't afford an ability if you're behind, so it's actually just getting a rifle, but you don't get the ability, whereas the other team already has a rifle and they'll have an ability up on you. So it's very difficult to get positioning and win one-on-ones or anything like that.
Yeah. So we're over on Hershey right now.
Smartlink's interesting. We never really see a Smartlink at all. Wondering if that's intentional, maybe.
Yeah, whether it be a troll or another race.
Yeah. And the trolls are definitely like the heavy weapon tanks. They're basically their magical abilities help give them more armor. You might see some purple things floating around, and those are the anti-magic grenades.
Yeah, so the special thing about the trolls is when they have, the more essence they have something, they have spikes that harden when they're getting shot, and these anti-magics remove all of their essence, so they die super quick. Like actually, if a troll has no essence from an anti-magic generator that's thrown at him, a purple thing, he can die in 4 or 5 hits, just as weak as an elf. So that's when you see the trolls running around, throwing these purple things, it's actually really important if it hits. A troll has literally no health.
Yeah.
Very good push getting him off of Crane like that. Allows the rest of his team to have freedom in hangar, which is a very powerful area. You see a lot of teams going down into hangar like this, especially in more competitive matches like this.
Yeah, we just saw that little display of his shotgun skills for sure as he crept up on that player. And I'm sure it's similar to TF2. And one of the things that TF2, me as a scout, I'll shoot people and I don't do any damage. And I watch these pro players and they shoot people and they just do insane amounts of damage. So Hershey is obviously displaying that by really getting all of his shells to connect here.
Yeah, and when he ported up, there was an ability called Gust, which pushed him back, so that actually messes up your aim and sets you further away, so your shotgun does less damage. So you got to be careful when he's like going in shotgun like that. He's got to watch out for the Gust. Yeah. The way to counter that is when he ports up, he can crouch down and you don't actually fall anywhere.
So Teapot definitely got a good like 3K in there, but it seems like things are kind of recovering here. We got a double tree of life, some more fights going on.
Yeah, this actually looks like a round that Acid Reflux is going to take. I still don't know what's going on with that smart link. Might put Majin behind.
Apparently it's working.
Yeah, and there we go. Lineage picking that up. So 3-2 in this 1st to 6 first map. So it's going to be a best of 5. And is there something as well? I guess since you can buy stuff for other people, probably your distribution of cash and resources is not really that big of a deal.
Yeah. So the way it works is you actually what you do is just communicate how many clicks you need, and then you can give each other cash. So it's just about kind of averaging everything out, because if one person's behind or been clicking someone else, they could have only 2 or 3 abilities, whereas someone else has 4. So you just kind of even it out yourself, but you talk at the start of each round.
But you can only click out other teammates in increments of $250.
Yep.
So it becomes a give and take of what you want to buy in the end.
So we're definitely seeing the display of hiding back on the tree. We're also seeing the pressure from the other team as they're trying to close in on all angles, the human and the troll in their face.
Yeah, they got overwhelmed. Hershey, the shotgun's not very good when you're sitting back trying to rifle like that. They just pushed really quickly. So the other team's actually getting really good map pressure.
Yeah, we do see the res here on Hershey, but another concept of this game coming up, your Resurrector has died and you are bleeding out.
Looks like it might be another round actually for Acid Reflux.
Another round.
Surprising.
For
They just got pushed down.
Tied it up.
Yeah, not quite over yet, but you guys think there's no way that Hybrid can do this?
No, there's definitely
right
a possibility, I guess, but
this round.
The chances are against him.
This round's most likely over.
Okay.
Especially because he's on the mag, he has no essence, he's dead.
Yeah, and there we go.
So good push by Lineage there, definitely.
Majin's
tying it up.
Actually, very good troll. It's surprising to see him run Smartlink. And shout out to Jurassic.
It had to be a mistake.
Yeah, shout out to Jurassic.
Shout out to Colin.
And as the game develops, I know I talked with the guys a bit, and they mentioned that there's a few wacky strats, but generally people kind of progress similarly as the game goes on.
This game, the meta of this game really hasn't changed in about 10 years.
I'm one of the few people in this tournament that uses a sword. There's a thing called wired reflexes in Katana. I'm probably the only person who's even bought a sword, but it allows you to deflect shots, and you can just take a lot of damage. And also I played Dwarf, which is a different class. It's like never, ever played. It's way unlike any other class, but it's very hard to play.
Yeah, you'll see wired reflexes in the top of Hershey's screen on the top left. He mapped that to LB. It allows you to move faster when you click it at the cost of one little section of health. You'll see on the right the green health bar. It has little divots in the middle. It'll take up one little section of his health, but it's what allows Hershey to move around the map with a shotgun easier. It can also deflect shots when you hold the top.
Nice. So he takes about half his health and damage right there in this little exchange. Backs up to his tree. I'm going to continue to come out here and try to snipe, putting a little bit of damage on Flux, but
yeah,
too much.
Looks like they're playing Ring Around the Rosie right now.
Yeah, one of the big fundamentals of this game actually is kind of similar to Halo and Counter-Strike is the bloom. So the way rifling works is whoever gets shot first kind of usually pops them out of bloom. So it's very important to kind of get that first shot. So you see them rifling, things like that, and their reticle's going crazy. It's all about who's getting that first shot.
And that's why everyone that's ever rifling is basically
crouched down.
Crouched down.
Yeah, you always want to crouch down.
Yeah, makes sense. And Reflex got killed and then got resurrected there, and then actually got some revenge for himself, killing Hershey Squirt.
The reason they're losing these rounds is because they're splitting up. Well, Hershey's dying. They're just not covering each angle, but
they're getting rushed pretty hard.
They might pull us off. He's bleeding out. So.
Yeah, the bleed out concept is interesting. So if a player resurrects another player,
there's Majin. Wow, about to get a triple. Wow.
What
crazy.
A shotgun out of Majin. What a play.
Yeah.
So there's this whole mechanic that the person that resurrects you, if they die, then the resurrectee ends up bleeding out, which is really interesting. And as a very new spectator, that's really hard for me to track. And I'm really impressed that the players are just calming out like, oh, we need to take out this guy. This is the guy resurrecting everybody. And I mean, I guess that's some ignorance on my part, because you're saying it's usually the humans that run around with resurrection, correct?
Humans and elves, but elves the primary healer, resurrector, because they have a lot of essence. But kind of similar to like League of Legends, where you have your AD carry and your support. It's a very supportive type of ability. So you have to kind of peel and protect that person. As soon as they res you, if they die, you can just lose an entire round. So one mistake by that main reser, rounds just are instantly lost because it starts a bleed out chain.
Yeah, very interesting. So we're watching Flux's team right now, and Flux is trying to chip away over at that player.
Super's trying to snipe there, which is surprising. They're like rushing in. That's a good nade, but they backed out.
Yeah, we see the purple anti-magic field there. Flux rotating through these teleports. And something that some players, there was one kill a little bit ago, but you actually can shoot people through the teleporters just real close, a few frames leeway there with bullets to shoot people as they're trying to escape you.
Yeah, it's an old game, so you know.
And yeah, one cool thing to know about anti-magics is even if you're near them or you see them, they could actually mess up your teleports, even if you're not running over them. So you can try teleporting somewhere, and an anti-mag can actually... So what people do is they'll place it against the wall, and you're no longer able to teleport there. So it actually has multiple purposes.
Even if you can't see it, it can be on the other side of the wall. You don't even know it's there, but your teleport's just not working.
Disabled, yep.
Now I was watching, I didn't quite catch everybody's name when I was watching, but somebody definitely elbowed me up there and was like, that guy is the best teleporter. And it definitely seems like a really interesting skill in a lot of ways.
They're talking about Bum.
Yes. Bum. Cool.
He's been for a long time been considered the best teleporter. He has incredible map movement. He knows every teleport line, I think, in the game, whether or not we play the maps.
So Flux trying to move forward here.
Yeah, what he should have done there is, so when they're pushing in, you just got to shoot the mags. So just one shot, you aim it with a rifle and just shoot it, because otherwise it drains your essence and you can no longer res anyone.
Moving in on the troll, looks like he's trying to get the res here. He is going to cast it.
And the res was already gone.
Oh, this is rough. Yeah, those anti-mags that they threw just kind of blocked themselves off.
Yeah, he casted res a little late after that res had already been picked up. That cost him 4 pips of essence. I think that cost him the teleport out.
So 5-3 now, the scoreboard, and Hybrid has match point here.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if Bum's actually known for teleporting and sniping. He's a very good sniper,
He
so he just picked the sniper
just
up.
got the sniper. He is pretty widely known as one of the best snipers in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, that telly's gonna hurt.
Ooh. Every once in a while, you try to teleport up onto Crane, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah. We got some trees out here for Acid Reflux.
I can sense a Bum headshot here.
Oh, he's
Oh,
looking
Troll's
for
rushing,
it.
just rushing in. It was interesting. Oh, it was good. He's quick
Very
casting his
good
ability.
anti-magic.
Yeah.
So you only have 3 abilities, but he actually can quick cast holding down the B key.
Mhm.
So you can actually, it's like similar to just keyboard shortcuts kind of, but on a controller. So.
Yeah.
That's how people are casting Resurrect and Teleport, but they don't actually have it mapped on
Mapped,
one of the
yeah.
buttons.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't know how to quick cast, then you're just limited to what's on your the abilities that are mapped. So it's very difficult to play. You need to know that fundamental.
Mm.
Looks like Bum got a headshot or killed someone with a sniper.
Yeah, so we're watching Hershey's perspective here on Team Hybrid. This round
Right.
could win them the map.
Yeah, his aim's a little twitchy there, but he should get him right there. Yeah.
Yeah, so he did just use an invis. Did I see that correctly?
Yeah, that's
That is-
Okay,
that's
cool,
smoke.
great. Smoke, yeah. And then there's this good gust move that can
It's
clear
the only
the
thing
smoke.
that can hurt you in smoke.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You're actually you can't get shot. Gust pops you out of
Yeah,
it.
it takes about 1 pip of essence per second, but the only thing that can combat it is Gust.
Yeah.
And there we see the first round going to Hybrid.
Yeah, and good game from them. Was there anything in particular that you guys saw from Acid Reflux that they really should have been working on in that game, or was it just kind of let 2 rounds kind of slip away once they had that 5-3, and then you're under the pressure of match point?
It can be a little of both, honestly. There's a couple times where I saw some pushes that maybe weren't executed perfectly. Sometimes it's just all about not finding that reser. Like you said, all these guys know exactly who rezzed who, and they focus them. Sometimes you can't focus perfectly. It can cost you a game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any... Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Didn't see anything too out of the ordinary as far as why they lost necessarily.
Mm-hmm. Well, we had a few comments from our Twitch chat and, newer games, so I want to answer some questions here. And people asking about people playing it on PC and if there's cross-play on that, and if one of you guys wanted to give us some info about that.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I actually play on PC, so I haven't played on Xbox at all.
Okay.
So yeah, you can actually play with people on Xbox. On Shadowrun on PC, you do get a lot more frames, and it's one of the first few games. I don't even know many other games that are.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it was the first game that was
Yeah.
ever cross-platform
Yeah.
for games for Vista, games for Windows Live or something like that.
That's funny.
Way
yeah.
back,
I think
yeah.
Rocket League was trying to brag about being the first recently. And
No.
no.
I suggest anyone just buy the PC version and
$5
hop on. It's less than $5,
$5,
and it's super
yeah.
fun.
Wow,
fun
awesome.
game.
Unfortunately, if you play on PC, you cannot communicate with people on Xbox.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Oh,
PC has a
yeah.
little bit of a disadvantage. Like Sakoto here said, the frame rate is a little higher, and the game runs better. The game works better when it's at a higher frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By
that-
disadvantage, you mean advantage, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, TF2, you got to have that game running pretty swiftly, and there's a lot going on. I mean, can you bust a higher resolution as well? I mean, I know that in other games, when some players can see more than other players, that becomes a big issue.
Yeah. I don't think there's a field of view setting or like higher resolution. Just the
Mhm.
game runs very smooth, and you'll notice that your shots just tend to connect. So when you have PC players playing against Xbox, the PC players just tend to pretty much dominate.
Yeah.
There's also the whole keyboard mouse thing, but
Yeah, that too.
yeah, that definitely
most
factors
most
in
people that play Shadowrun on PC at least claim to not be mouse keyboard.
Yeah.
Convenient.
Yeah.
They claim.
So we're going to head into our second map here in just a few more minutes as these guys are getting ready and loading things up. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about the differences in these game modes. So we got Extraction coming up next. If Vertigo, you want to give us a rundown on some of the features of that?
Sure. It's one of the 3 game types. First one we watched is Extraction. I'm sorry, it was Attrition. The second one, Extraction. It is basically a neutral flag. Instead of taking it back to your own base, you'll be taking it back to the enemy's base. In this game mode, you can clear bodies. You saw in the last game that the enemy team was using the artifact to clear the bodies. In this game type, you can just use your gun. So you'll see teams get the kill and scramble to clear the body before the team resurrects them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mode as well, it's interesting that you can get points for touching the flag initially, and then if the game kind of evens out, if the rounds even out, that the team that touched the flag first wins that round.
Yeah, usually they'll go for it. And then this map is all about, as you see above them, upper deck. That's what they're trying to control. So here he ports up here. This is kind of like the centerfold of the map. You got to kind of control that and then shoot down.
So Hershey in this initial round here, pretty low health at the moment. They got a tree right by him. The trees can be shot down. And it looks like they take out Teapot, so that's nice, although he just got
nice
res.
by Majin.
Trees also die faster when more people heal on them.
Yeah, a lot of really cool mechanics in this game that
Oh wow, he
well
blew up on the
balanced.
nade.
Oh, no.
Wasn't really his fault necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, this map's you got to play very aggressive, and actually nades are extremely important on this map. You actually,
Wow.
Looks like a switch to Flux's POVs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Gets
in
a kill,
time.
perfect
Yeah.
timing.
it was nice.
And is the rifle kind of the most dominant common weapon of this game, or?
Basically,
Yeah.
everybody should always have a rifle,
Sure.
yes.
Mid-range and long-range is just so good on this map especially. This is all very rifle-centric map. Flux is actually doing a pretty good job.
And he's got a good shot,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, and there are headshots in this game.
Yes, 3 to kill a human, 2 to kill an elf.
And,
For the
Trolls-
rifle, at least.
Yeah, Troll's very damage resistant, so probably
Flux
harder to
is-
nail that down.
I believe he's probably the last one. He probably wouldn't be so
Probably
aggressive
wouldn't control.
if he wasn't.
Yeah. He's
Oh my
got a tough
gosh.
fight, but he's doing great here.
Oh my
Kills
gosh.
Majin.
Oh my gosh, he almost turned
so
that.
close. There was no tree left. It was.
Yeah, that was extremely close.
Oh, there was
Yeah.
2 of them. That's a
Flux
shame.
is really good aim. Played really well today.
Yeah. So these the teams have kind of switched which side they are, so it might just be a little confusing for us for a bit, because now Flux's side is on the RNA side of things, while we got Hybrid playing as the lineage.
So basically, every map, they're all asymmetrical maps, but essentially, whichever side you start out on doesn't really matter, except for this map. Since what Jesse Sakoto said, you always want to get upper deck. RNA is actually just a tiny bit closer to upper deck from where they spawn, so they can get upper deck about roughly a half a second faster, which definitely makes a
difference.
huge difference.
So Flux just trying to poke back with this rifle, wait for somebody to poke his head up. He's going to take the high ground here, looking across. He's bumped across the way,
just
but
think
it's really Hybrid picking up kills right now.
Bump's playing human too, right? I think it's the first time I've seen him play human. Not sure. Are they running 3 humans actually?
Yeah, I
let's
don't
see.
think I saw it. No,
Yeah.
He took our strat.
Yeah, 3 humans on this map's extremely good. Allows you to rifle and control the top part of the map. Versus having the elf, who kind of just runs around rezzing stuff. So people like just rifling a crap ton.
And there is another class, or race, excuse me, dwarves, which
Yeah.
is very common.
You probably will not see them very often. They can't regenerate their own essence, so they're at the
Yeah.
mercy of stealing essence from somebody else. Not the best in competitive play.
So Hybrid up to a 2-0 lead already.
Yeah, it looks like Bum is playing human. He's doing great.
So right now we're basically just seeing Hybrid, the lineage team. It looks like they're getting upper deck really quickly, establishing map control. And especially on extraction, once you can do that, you're free to take the artifact. Once you take the artifact, it forces the other team to kind of fall back into their spawn and defend it, or else be at the mercy of it being scored.
Now, was this unusual what Acid Reflux did? It seemed like, we're putting a lot of emphasis on the high ground, and they just went low ground on this rollout.
I
Yeah,
think
sometimes you do that, but usually when you go low ground, you want to pull the artifact so you do have some control. They're just splitting up right now. They're just kind of all over. That was a good flank. They didn't
Nice
expect it,
headshots.
but the other team still has upper deck control. So it looks like they did a good flank, but
Yeah, they're just trying to change something up, I think.
And should Flux have taken out that tree before he moved on? I mean, he kind of went in there, started fighting, but or
I
did it
think he
just
was-
take too long to take down?
He was probably just trying to take out somebody that was weak. It definitely takes a while if you're the only one shooting a tree.
this is very risky. Oh, he's trying to clear the body. Okay, I was like, he's one hit right now, so
Okay, there we go.
that person's not getting res.
So
There's a huge
immediately-
advantage this round now.
Yep.
The flank actually did work out, but they didn't expect it at all, which is good.
So Flux almost at full health here. He'll probably, well, as I said that, I was going to say he's going to roll out, but he takes a few more shots. And there seems like there is a pretty good in-game communication system for this, just with messages, but of course these players are mic'd in with each other.
Definitely. Everybody's been playing together for so many years. There's almost a natural chemistry between most of the players that play anymore.
Yeah, and we have a Discord channel, and follow us on Twitter. We love teaching people who haven't played the game at all.
Absolutely.
We're just tight-knit, been playing the game for years, and have a huge passion for it.
We always welcome newcomers.
Awesome. Yeah, it looks like some people are dropping the Discord link in chat, thanks
Oh,
to
cool.
Hey,
our moderators
thanks,
helping them out with that. So definitely give that a check out if you guys are interested in Shadowrun. It's definitely a very captivating game.
Yeah, if you have an Xbox, it's $1 or $2 you can get the disc for, or PC, you can get it for, again, under $5. But
Amazon is like $3.99 or something like that.
it's crazy.
Yeah. So Flux, just trying to find some good positioning. There we see he's picking away at Majin, but there is that tree back there, so not sure how much he's going to be able to do.
Troll's very hard to play on this map.
Yeah.
Very,
A lot of open spots, and Troll's easily the largest target.
Yep.
So we see
The
finally.
flank actually worked pretty well.
Yeah,
We didn't expect
finally
it at
we
all.
see the hybrid on the back burner a little bit.
Yeah.
Forced back into the spawn.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see. I bet you they go low this round. They're probably just going to actually play super aggressive and control Artifact, and I know Majin likes to control the bottom of the map, so let's see what they do.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, Flux.
nope, they're going back up top.
Exact same thing.
Yep. Yeah, it's very. You got to be very careful when you. I think humans are extremely hard to play on this too, just in general. One bad teleport or one bad nade and you're done.
Yeah.
They have complete control of the map. Just very difficult.
Human only has the luxury of teleporting twice because he has 7 pips of essence, whereas an elf will be able to teleport 3 times.
Nice kill by Reflex. What is super is? Oh, super's
Yeah,
one hit.
Was gassed up. We get the res coming out here.
They need a tree up. They need a backup and tree up.
Definitely.
Yeah. Flux coming in here.
Everyone's all over right now. It's kind of crazy. The troll's gonna rush him in, I think. So yeah, here's the troll.
Perfect
just-
timing for Majin to come in. Yep.
Just a pistol against the 2. Oh, there we go. Now he's got his rifle out. Only 15 shots, though, with it.
Yeah, when you die, people can walk over your weapon and take the ammo. That's what happened to him. That's why he was only
So
15.
they should play aggro right now. Should push up. I don't think the troll's treed yet. No, they have.
So Flux here, just trying to step up with his team. Again, just watching this top. They've touched the artifact. So that will give them vision, correct, as well as some points.
Not on
No,
extraction.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
no
okay,
vision
sorry.
on extraction. It will give them points if they were the first person to touch it.
Uh-huh.
But
Looks like
basically,
the
when they
resume.
touch the artifact, it just forces the other team to change up their play style, basically, because you have
Yeah.
to work around the artifact.
And we did see that there. They won by escaping with the artifact. So it's going to be 2-2 now. So Hybrid did take our first map, but this second game, at least, Acid Reflux are putting themselves in the game, giving themselves a chance. Our last map, we did see it 3-3. So we'll see if Acid Reflux can, pull up a lead here. It would be great for him.
Got the shotgun and wired. He has this guy behind him though.
Oh, yeah. Hershey
Very-
taken out by SuperTrooper.
Missing the shot.
Yeah, it was a very good shot by SuperTrooper.
Definitely.
He's going to clear the body,
See
too.
him
it seems.
immediately clearing the body. Very important in this game type. It's already immediately a 4-on-3.
Yeah. Yeah, this game's got so many interesting mechanics, and esports, first-person shooters, all these games have come a really long way, but it's cool to see this sort of stuff in a game from 2007, concepts that
game-
people are still exploring.
It's a pretty ahead of its time game.
Yeah.
You see a lot of games coming out right now adopting a lot of things that, in my opinion, they might have gotten from Shadowrun.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
see
no,
it-
fair enough.
You see a lot of abilities in Overwatch that are throwbacks to abilities in this game. Stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Tree of Life and the Soldier 76, but we're not here to talk about Overwatch. So we got Majin, and we're following him now just because Hershey Squirt is
He'll like that.
was dead, so he was flipping through people for us. But there we go. We got a lead for our Acid Reflux.
First lead, I think, for them.
Yeah.
That was a rough round because they all ported out on that helipad and they had complete control. So they just
Yeah.
came in and died. They were ready for that.
And
Sound is super important in this game. You can hear everything. So
every footstep, every teleport, every shot.
And I believe I watched these guys play in the winners bracket final. And one of the players for Acid Reflux was having a sound issue, and he didn't even realize it during the map. He thought he was hearing his own sound, but he was hearing his teammates next to him.
Yeah, it was a little loud in the arena, so unfortunate for him.
Yeah. And we see Hershey here. He was trying to shoot at Flux, but they're having some problems.
Rough round for Hershey.
Yeah, the first teleport failed, and then
we get to see Bum. Oh, no,
jump off the map. So if you jump off the map while in smoke, you get to hold the weapons that you had. Yeah, you get to keep the weapons until next round.
And that's a conscious game design decision?
If it's a 4-on-1 at the end of the round, you're generally going to want to keep your weapons. Saves you about $1,000.
Yep, and then also they could have just ran Artifact, which would have given them a gold advantage.
Yep.
So smartest thing to do there is just jump off and keep his weapon. So
Yeah,
another rough round by Hershey there. It's just very hard to play human on this map. They look at you got to pick a position and just go with it.
It's a very
see, it's
a very
he's gonna die from an nade. No, one hit.
Yeah, he's hurting.
Very close.
Squeaks over to his tree and try to reload. He's got his rifle out right now. Seeing some action, hitting some shots on the SuperTrooper.
He's rifling in, but got gusted back. Yeah, nice.
Would have had that kill.
Yeah. Meat shot. That's what we say in TF2.
Oh wow, I almost died. Gotta be very, very sensitive map. You pop out one in the wrong area, like just insta die.
So Lineage grabbing the map, which
they're getting Artifact right now, so they're gonna forces the other team to go back. So now they can play really aggressive.
Yeah, it looks like we had Flux committing suicide there, smoking up and falling to hold on to the weapon.
Actually, he didn't have smoke. When you have smoke and you jump off the map, it does not show that you died in the kill feed.
Okay.
Yeah.
But did he still keep his weapon there even though he was not smoked?
No.
Okay.
You just didn't want them to run the Artifact. If they run the Artifact, that's the most gold you can get. So.
And they would have got more gold as well if they had killed him.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
The deny.
A suicide does not take away any money.
Oh, okay. Cool. Interesting.
Oh, he might need his teammate right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It got gusted. He threw the nade,
gust.
and then it got gusted back right to his teammate. They're just having a Hershey, this is how I feel when I play human on this map. It's very hard to do anything. You just got to pick one place and go with it.
It's a very team-centric map.
Yeah.
All about map control.
Yeah, I like the map design, though.
That was nice.
Good shots there. Everyone's just trying to stay alive here.
Yeah.
Oh, he just magged it. They're going to lose this round.
He just magged his only tree.
Yep.
Oh, he didn't.
Wow, this is rough.
Yeah, okay. So 5-3 now for Acid
Karma
Reflux.
kick
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Karma will not kick in this game. It has to be over 3 rounds. Yeah, it looks like it's about time for Hybrid to go back to basics a little bit, regroup, talk some strats.
Yeah, we're watching Hershey here, and they are facing match point. So if Hershey and company lose this round, that will tie the series up 1-1.
Here he goes with the shotgun. Oh, no, rifle.
Yeah,
This is a very good start to a round. Troll got pushed off. They can play really aggressive. Yep.
Don't kill there.
And now they have map
Oh, they
control.
killed the troll. They killed the troll.
Oh,
Bump killed
nice.
2 people. I wonder how he did that.
Yeah.
Very, very good round. They played really aggro.
Yeah. Finding SuperTrooper. Looks like he might get another kill. Question
And that
mark.
was that gust.
Okay.
Pushing him away.
Yeah, this round's looking rough. He has to probably jump off.
The bane
They
of
run
Hershey's
Artie right now.
existence.
Yeah.
See what he does. Yeah, they're going to go for Artie.
Yeah. Makes sense. Gets that cash.
Oh, Super's dead. They're probably bleeding.
Yeah, just Reflex left. He gets a kill on Majin, but he's going to be in a tough spot.
Yeah, I think the other guy's going to bleed out, but hopefully they get the Artie here. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just
Yeah,
smoked
he
off.
smoked off. You see it didn't appear in the kill feed.
Cool, so
That was a good
5-4, yeah.
Yeah,
They fought
5-4.
off 1 match point. They're going to have to fight off another 2.
Yeah,
Also, on that second round, if they can win this one, it'll be just a straight-up final round.
Once again, Pinnacle, all about map control, all about getting upper deck. You saw it right there. As soon as they got upper deck control, they were able to collapse on the enemy team.
Yeah, he's going
Yeah,
doing the exact same
good
thing.
spot. Yeah, it's a pretty good spot. Oh, the elf's just sitting there. He's going to die. He's very weak. I would have chased.
Yeah, that elf
that,
should have
yeah.
backed out a little while ago.
Oh, it looks
Now
like
they got a body
Reflex
upper deck.
somehow died all the way over there.
Little out of position for Reflex. Making it a 4-on-3 with the body clear.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lineage did grab the flag.
Artifact dropped.
And it looks like they're moving it around a little bit.
He's probably gonna go on helipad and get a. Oh, someone's in there. Someone ported back.
Hershey,
Yeah.
dog around the
Dancing
tree
around
here.
the tree.
Yeah, shotgun's just very hard against
Yeah.
Gust. It's,
Especially
you
on
have
an
to
open
be
map like
behind them.
this.
Yeah, you have to be behind them and just shotgun them in the back or go around the corner. Just usually the best bet, mid-range or close-range SMG, which is what SuperTrooper's been using.
So Hershey's giving us this third-person perspective, helping us bounce around, see where everybody's at. And they're controlling the artifact here.
Basically, everyone right now is just trying to wait for the other team to make a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if the round just ends, I believe Lineage is going to win.
They get
Killed
first
more.
touch.
No, I think they killed more people. I think they win by kills. Because Reflex got ghosted. That's gold, and he died. And they got first touch, I believe, too. So I think they do. I think it is on RNA to play aggressive and win this round. I think that's kind of why they're just sitting back waiting.
And that's why they're trying to
they're
keep holding
controlling
the
the
artifacts.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah, so about 2 minutes left on this round. And certainly in the round count overall, that puts us in a kind of a tight, scary situation. So playing it slow and low, for sure.
I hope Acid Reflux could pull an upset.
I'd really like to see that.
Yeah.
Most people
Or at least get a 5-5 round.
Yeah, most people who've been following the tournament or this LAN at all have generously picked hybrid for the win. It'd be really nice to see an upset, you know? Always root for the underdog.
Yeah, for sure. You guys were telling me that hybrid is a bit of a super team.
Yeah, basically, the best of the people who are playing right now.
Just need me and Rassic. Bring it back.
So we've burned out about 30 seconds off this clock.
Yeah, about a
And
minute.
still some time to go.
It's gonna start. Yeah, they're trying to push up. They have to be. Yep, there you go. There's the troll pushing in. They have to be proactive here and make a play.
Yeah,
they just actually.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, nice,
Oh,
nice by no name.
yeah.
He might try clearing the body. Yep. Looks like Bum's going for the res. Yep, but this round's.
Nice.
I was actually really close by Majin.
Yeah, that res helps quite a bit. No More Gamer, though,
Flux coming
in
with the
trouble. He's going to get
SMG.
rezzed again.
Wow, this round's really close.
Yeah,
I'm
Majin
not sure he's
getting
gonna take it.
a team kill on Bum
Yeah.
accidentally there.
Oh,
Happens when you're
nice. You see
dancing
that
around.
rifle?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Lineage is gonna win. 45 seconds should win. We'll see.
I believe
That was
they're
really
up
close,
on,
though.
they'd probably be up on money, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's a 1-on-3. Is anyone bleeding? Let's see. Oh, he's gonna run. Let's see how this turns out. Yeah, holding the RD was really important. Look at that. They just.
Yeah.
Pretty much uncontested when it's
Nice.
a 3-on-2, 3-on-1.
Get that extra cash. So it looks like we're 5-5, and this game
Match point.
started out really well for Acid Reflux, and now though it's match point either way. They've not taken advantage of the lead they had.
Oh, looks like someone got a sniper. Probably Bum.
Yep, definitely.
This
Bum.
round's gonna be really interesting. Just depends on the nades and
Definitely just looking to get a quick pick.
clearing bodies is gonna be huge. Oh, there he hit the shotgun. Oh,
And got tagged from
Yeah.
behind.
wow. I don't know.
Hershey-
This is actually gonna be really close.
Hershey sort of got called out there. He'd been doing that same move round out and
Yeah,
round, and
yep.
SuperTrooper just beat him out of the gates there. Caught him off guard.
Yep. SMG is really good, and he can hear everything, so he knows when he's gonna port in, and very easy to SMG Gust. It's kind of the counter to shotgun. Push him back, and oh, it's a nice nade. Wow, they're probably really
So when you
weak.
throw a grenade and you press gust, it can gust nade the grenade forward, propelling it into spots you couldn't normally throw it to.
Nice.
So they're going back down, trying to get RD control, which is interesting.
I probably would have stayed upper deck personally.
Yeah, I don't know. They're really easy to get rifled here. I don't like that call.
Now we're switching back over to Flux's point of view on the RNA side.
Oh, this is gonna be rough. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. That's switching down. They can get overwhelmed right now.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know where Flux is trying to go. Oh, yeah, he wasn't.
There goes his buzzer.
Someone
Now
else
he's
over.
shooting
Oh,
out.
yeah. That was.
And the game
Yeah.
goes to hybrid again.
There we go.
All right.
Yep.
So hybrid up now 2-0 in that map.
They were already up 2-0, right? So is that match point? Because they started up
No,
2-0 from
it's
earlier.
a best of 5. I don't think we counted them.
Yeah, best of 5 or best of 7 in the grand finals.
Because they played it earlier. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
started up 2-0. They played. The teams played earlier in pool play, and then also played before,
Off
and they
stream.
started up 2-0.
Yeah. So the players getting ready to go again. Okay.
Right. There we see the lovely faces of Hybrid.
Yeah.
Hershey on the left, Majin.
I don't think actually
in the middle,
Hybrid
Bone.
hasn't lost or dropped any maps at all.
Yeah.
No, they haven't dropped. They haven't
I
dropped
think that
the
was
full
match
game yet.
point.
Yeah, I think it was too, because didn't they just take 2 rounds there? And if they're coming into
Yeah, they were
this with
2-0
a 2-0,
just took 2 more, best out of 7. So
yeah.
Let's find out.
I think
Looks
they're
like
talking about it right now.
there's some delegation going on.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, with that upper bracket advantage, if this is a double elim, that's certainly a really big advantage for them coming into this match. So, well, we'll get back to you guys in a second about that. But let's just talk about this a little bit more. It's a really cool game. You guys have been talking about Discord and these other ways that people can get involved. We got some shout outs on the Twitch chat to the Twitter account Shadowrun League and the Twitch account Shadowrun Central. So I wanted to shout those out.
Yep.
And is that really kind of the main things that you guys got going on, and where people can find out more about Shadowrun and get involved in the community?
Yeah, I think our biggest advice moving forward is just get everyone on Discord. We like to play private matches all the time.
Yeah, and looks like we got the handshake coming across.
All right, looks like
And-
that was it.
yeah.
And Hybrid will be the first.
The God Squad?
The God Squad
Yeah.
will be the first Shadowrun tournament winners in 10 years.
Wow.
Crazy.
That must feel really good.
Yeah, and they did really well there.
They did wonderful.
Very close, though,
Yeah.
in Pinnacle.
Yeah,
They
great
took
last
'em-
game.
Yeah, I mean, I'd seen a little bit of the action earlier, and it was not nearly as close.
Yeah.
So it's good that they were able to refocus, get into this last set, and put some more things together.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And it seemed like they were making some good adjustments as well. SuperTrooper and some of these other people.
Yeah, yeah. Their backs were against the wall, and they.
Yeah.
You just got to switch up the meta sometimes,
Yeah, definitely. And, like these players, your guys' community, just so excited to be here. It's really cool to see it. It was really cool to see you guys upstairs having
Great to be
a
here.
grand old time. And, awesome to see this game on display. So, I don't know. Do you guys want to give some shout outs? Do you guys have some other websites or some final?
I think our plan right now is just everyone hop on the Discord. We do a lot of private matches. We do training for people who are new to the game, and then we're actually trying to, depending on people who come out, we're trying to arrange further online tournaments and bring the game back slowly but surely. We're dedicated and we're not going anywhere. So
it's Operation Population, if you will. just trying to get people on the game.
Yeah.
It's been just a tight-knit community for too long. We want to expand. We know the game's old, but we're here to teach. We're here to do whatever we need.
And a few shout-outs. Shout-out to Pinpoint. He helped help us work with Esports Arena,
Yes,
Weed Maps,
absolutely.
and actually put together Shadowrun. We didn't even expect this. It's a few weeks out. And big
No
shout-out
way.
to Pandemic. It's my boy.
Yeah, definitely. We're really happy to have you guys here as part of this whole event. I think
Very
that
happy to be here.
Rewind, powered by Weed Maps. Like, we just really want to give that shout out to old community games that are still just so strong and passionate.
This is literally a dream come true for all of us.
Yeah, this is awesome.
That's awesome.
Our 18-year-old selves would have a heart attack for all this.
Yeah, you guys esports now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it was such a pleasure for me to see this game, to get to know it. I feel like I am in love with it because it has all these elements of these other games that I've played and that I've loved vigorously, and so just really, really neat to see.
Yep. So follow us on Twitter and
join the Discord,
and
we'll be there. We'll be there to help you all.
What, $3 investment?
Yeah. Awesome, guys. Well, we're wrapping up right now, and still just kind of, excited about our day tomorrow that we have ahead of us.
Yep.
We got more TF2. We're going to watch the conclusion of TF2, and we also have some Halo stuff coming up. So another old school game, coming from the Xbox.
A little bit of Shadowrun 2v2, too.
Yeah, we can do that.
Maybe
we got another Shadowrun 2v2 tournament tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cool, okay.
So I think we're actually going to, before we totally wrap up here, we're just going to pop over to commercial, real video real quick, just so we can do some cycling. Or we're going to get some players in here so that we can do some interviews here. So actually, I think they might just walk on over here. So come on in, guys.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure.
We got
I'm
my
gonna
boy
hand this
Majin
mic
coming in
off
here.
to Majin here.
Yeah.
Dude, thanks for hosting us here. I think this has been such a fun tournament for us. We get to show up here on LAN, show you guys a little bit of what the community's got going on right now. And, coming here and playing on the main stage, we were ultra competitive. Both teams were trying super hard. As you can tell, the last game was insane. We went ahead, then we went behind, came back, and ended up winning it. But, yeah, more than winning and losing, this whole thing was just about showing love back to our community. And thanks for watching us and supporting that. And everyone here has been so great. We got to watch some Team Fortress 2, which is like an insane game I never got to watch the competitive matches of. And I'm going to start following that now and watching the Halo guys. I've never seen people like so focused together, sitting next to each other and shooting each other with pistols on like one screen on like a CRT from like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So that was amazing to watch, and it made me feel really good.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Let's get some introductions. Why don't you give us the whole rundown on your squad here?
Mike, you want to?
Yeah, okay, so right here we got Reflex, right?
Yep.
Captain of the lineage side. So
Hey, what's up?
officially your name is, Matt in real life.
Yeah.
But I was going to ask what your team name is. Is it here?
Our team name was Super Acid Reflux Yo. We kind of just combined all our names, and it's kind of what we got. But yeah, it was really good games today. It was really fun playing against, you guys were hybrid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, against hybrid. Some close games, like Mike said, and we were just glad Esports could host us, and it was really fun being here. But then we got Mike Majin, if you guys don't already know that. So Majin SR, which is a gamer tag in that game. And then I'll pass it over.
I'm Sinful. I played with Vertigo, Sokoto, as well as Cyrus.
Boy Cyrus.
My bad. Very bad at names. But before I hand it over to somebody else, quick shout out to Shadowrun League, run by Almost Uber. He's doing all of our online 2v2, 4v4 tournaments online. So if you guys are interested, check out the Discord, check out our Twitter, and if you guys are interested, as well as Shadowrun Central, which is where you can find all of us. So.
It's Pinpoint. Just want to say thank you to Esports Arena for hosting this, Weed Maps, a lot of other companies that came in and promoted this. Shadowrun is here. We've been around forever, and we never shut down. So I don't know why people thought that. And I want to pass this over to one of the main people behind this event, Teapot. Daniel, take it over.
Thank you, Matt. You're gonna have to excuse me because I'm so pumped up right now. I don't think I've ever been so excited to lose. Of course, I want to win, but this game is just unbelievable. I have too many shout outs to give. First off, Wade in the Esports Arena. Big round of applause. We have a small but extremely dedicated community, and to be able to come out here, it's just awesome. So Sammy from the Esports Arena had helped us out a lot. Cody Dragon from Weed Maps, couldn't have done it without him. I don't even know what to say, guys. I'm just so pumped right now. Thank you for casting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, thank you.
Production value is awesome. We've never had anything like this, so it's so awesome.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Great. I'm sure there's a million more people I'm supposed to shout out. I'm blanking out. Big props to Reflex. So I'm a not brand new player, but I'm one of the newer players, and this guy coached me through it. Too many shout outs to give, guys. I have no idea what to say. So just big ups to the Esports Arena, honestly.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Great. Well, you guys definitely hit the hammer there. I don't think I need to say anything more about the awesome support that we've gotten here in this event. And I think that we can see the value of it, to just see the emotion on your guys' face of how much you've enjoyed this opportunity. And you guys certainly put on a good display. You guys had a great tournament. And I think we are thankful to have you guys here.
Really appreciate it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So we got another day of Esports Arena ahead of us tomorrow. Some different games. No more Shadowrun, but I'm sure you guys are going to be upstairs playing it.
Yep.
And maybe, you guys offered me a spot, and then after that, you were playing matches, so I couldn't really jump in there. But, yeah, I hope so tomorrow. So,
Cool.
Awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're going to we're going to be back at 10 tomorrow. Of course, that is Pacific Standard Time. So please join us for another amazing day at the Esports Arena and Rewind, powered by Weed Maps. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen. I am Eckstein. Me and these guys and all the wonderful staff. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you so much.
Peace
Thank you.
out.
Props
See
to
ya.
Esports Arena.